What if I told you that getting a winning pick from a handicapper is the fastest way to drain your bankroll? If you are trying to beat the sportsbooks long term, is it better to rely on someone else's luck? Or is it better to understand the mathematical engine that sets the odds in the first place? Welcome to Calstrop. We don't sell dreams. We sell transparency, scientific modeling, and player advocacy. We are the only platform that publishes our raw AI model results, trained on over 95,000 tennis matches, without filtering them. We give you the data, we give you the tools, and we even advocate for you if an operator tries to withhold your winnings. In this exclusive two-part series, we are going to fix your betting process. We are moving you from being a follower, someone who chases lines after they've moved, to becoming an originator. What is an originator? An originator doesn't look for a winner. They look for a price. They analyze the matchup, establish the true probability, and then attack the market when the sportsbook's math is wrong. To do this, you need to stop watching the ball and start watching the numbers. Currently, you can test everything I'm about to show you with our free starter package. We load $25 into your account so you can test the models yourself. No risk, just data. Now, let's build your foundation. Most casual bettors open a stats page and look at one thing: the win-loss record. He won 40 matches this year, he must be good. This is a lie. Ranking points and win totals are what we call lagging indicators. They tell you what happened 6 months ago. They tell you nothing about who is going to win today. To bet like an originator, you need to understand 4 specific metrics. Metric number 1, hold percentage. In tennis, the server has the advantage. This stat simply measures how often does this player win the game when they are serving. This is your baseline. On the ATP Tour, the average is around 80%. If you are betting on a player with a hold percentage below 75% on a hard court, you are begging to lose money. A high hold percentage means the player is immune to pressure. It dictates the entire flow of the match. Metric number 2, break percentage. This is the counterpunch. It measures how often a player breaks the opponent's serve. Why does this matter? Because tennis is a game of matchups. If player A has a massive serve, but player B has a break percentage in the top 10% of the tour, player A's biggest weapon is neutralized. You never look at these in isolation. You compare player A's hold percent directly against player B's break percent. That intersection is where the value lives. Now, let's go deeper. This is where the pros live. Service points 1. A player might hold serve, win the game, but struggle the entire time, saving 3 break points and playing 12 points to win 1 game. That is unsustainable. We look at first serve points 1. This is raw power. It's free points. We look at second serve points 1. This is mental toughness. When the safety net is gone, can they still win the point? If a player is winning less than 50% of their second serve points, they are a walking target. Finally, the ratings. Serve rating and return rating. These are composite scores used by the ATP and modeled by Calstrop. They combine aces, double faults, and percentages into a single efficiency number. It's the quickest way to see a player's current form at a glance. Numbers are useless without context. A 75% hold rate on clay is totally different from a 75% hold rate on grass. For our case studies in Part 2, we are focusing on the Rolex Paris Masters. You need to understand 3 environmental factors before you place a bet here. First, the surface. Paris is indoor hard. What does that mean for your money? Indoor means no wind, no sun glare. It is a controlled laboratory environment. This heavily favors spot servers, players who hit precise targets. The ball travels through the air faster. It skids low. If you bet on a defensive player who needs time to set up their shots, they will get destroyed in Paris. You want aggressors. You want high first serve points 1. Second, the concept of rust versus rhythm. This is the silent killer of bankrolls. Rust is when a top player, even a world number one, hasn't played a competitive match in 3 or 4 weeks. You cannot replicate match pressure in practice. Their timing is off by milliseconds. On a fast court like Paris, milliseconds equal errors. Rhythm is a player who fought through the qualifiers or played the previous week. They are tired, yes, but they are seeing the ball like a melon. Never bet on a rusty favorite against a rhythmic underdog without getting a massive price. Finally, motivation. Not every player wants to win every match. In the qualifiers, the preliminary rounds, top seeds are often angry they didn't make the main draw straight away. They might tank. In the late season, like Paris, some players are already thinking about their vacation in the Maldives, while others are fighting for a spot in the ATP finals. An originator checks the race to Turin standings. If a player has nothing to play for, their stats don't matter. They might just check out mentally. So we have the mindset, we have the terms, we have the context. Now we need to prove it works. In part 2, we are going to apply this exact framework to 3 real matches from the Rolex Paris Masters 2025. We will analyze a qualifier upset, a favorite trap involving Carlos Alcaraz, and an elite quarterfinal battle. I'm going to show you exactly how the data predicted the result before the first serve was hit. We've covered the theory. Now, let's see if it holds up in the real world. Let's start in the trenches, the qualifiers. Here is the scenario. Jenson Brooksby is the #1 seed in qualifying. The public sees that ranking and assumes he is the superior player. The sportsbook opens him as the favorite. But let's apply our originator lens. First, look at Botic van de Zandschulp. He holds serve 77% of the time. He wins 72% of his first serve points. Remember, Paris is a fast indoor court. These metrics are critical. Now look at the favorite, Brooksby. His first serve points won? Only 68%. That is a 4% gap in Botic's favor on the most important shot in tennis. Brooksby relies on rallies. Botic relies on free points. In fast indoor conditions, the free point player has the mathematical edge. Plus, consider the motivation. Brooksby is the top seed in qualifying. He feels he belongs in the main draw. He is frustrated. Botic is just here to work. The result? Botic wins in 3 sets. But don't just look at the score. Look at the why. Look at this number, 81%. Botic won 81% of his first serve points in this match. That is nearly 10% higher than his career average. Why? Because the fast surface amplified his serve, just like the data suggested it would. Brooksby took the first set on talent, but once the match got deep, he couldn't break down Botic's serve. The math won. Now, let's talk about how to save your money. The round of 32. Carlos Alcaraz, world #1. Everyone loves Alcaraz. But an originator asks, is he ready? This is a classic rust versus rhythm spot. Alcaraz hasn't played a competitive match in weeks. He is coming in cold to one of the fastest courts on tour. Cameron Norrie, however, has already played a round. He is dialed in. He has rhythm. Also, Norrie is a lefty. That lefty slice serve moves away from a right-hander on the ad court. If your reflexes are rusty, like Alcaraz's are right now, that ball is incredibly hard to return cleanly. Let's look at the clutch stat, breakpoint conversion. Normally, Alcaraz converts 42% of his breakpoints. He is elite. But in this match, he converted only 2 out of 7. That is 29%. That drop, from 42% to 29%, is exactly what rust looks like on a stats sheet. He created the chances, but he lacked the sharpness to finish them. Norrie wins the match. And look at Norrie's serve stats for the day. 79% of first serve points won. He used the fast court and his lefty advantage to protect his serve, knowing Alcaraz would make errors on the big points. The market priced Alcaraz at 1.20. The data said, stay away. Finally, the quarterfinals. Zverev versus Medvedev. These are two giants. They know each other's game perfectly. When two elite players meet, you can't rely on basic stats. You need to look for marginal gains. Look at their career first serve points won. Zverev, 75%. Medvedev, 75%. They are identical. This tells us the match is a coin flip. It's going to be tight. So what is the tiebreaker? Consistency. Zverev lands his first serve 67% of the time. Medvedev only 61%. Over a long, grueling 3-set match, that 6% difference means Zverev hits more easy shots. He exerts less energy on his service games. The match goes to a deciding tiebreak. This is where the pressure is highest. Who won? Zverev. Look at this number. Zverev landed 78% of his first serves in this match. That is absurdly high. It's 11% higher than his career average. When the pressure peaked in the third set, he didn't miss. Medvedev served well, 60%, but he couldn't match that consistency. An originator betting on this match live would watch that first serve-in percentage. As long as Zverev kept landing it at 78%, he was mathematically the favorite, no matter what the scoreboard said. This is how you win. You don't guess. You don't follow the crowd. You look for the hold percentage. You check for rust. You analyze the surface. And you find the marginal gains. We built Calstrop to do this heavy lifting for you. Our models crunch these 95,000 matches every single day. Right now, you can try it for free. We'll even give you $25 in platform credit to test our alpha signals and see the data for yourself. Don't just watch the game, solve it. Welcome to the originator class. Welcome to Calstrop.